everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well, and today's video is all about what your boss thinks of you. So we're tapping into your boss's energy, if you have a boss, that is. If not, then you can just watch it for entertainment purposes, or whatever your choice is. So for this reading, I've got 4 piles for you to choose from. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, this is pile 3, and this is pile 4. So you guys can now take a moment and see which pile or piles you're most drawn to. And after you've selected your pile, there are timestamps in the description box below, which you can use to jump ahead to your reading to see exactly what your boss thinks of you. So let's get straight into it. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what your boss thinks of you. All right, we have 2 of coins, King of Cups, the Fool in reverse, 9 of Swords, and the Chariot. Okay, so with the Chariot here and the 2 of coins here, pile 1, I feel like the main thing I feel like your boss really thinks of you is that you work too much. Not necessarily hardworking, but I mean, yeah, hardworking is there, that is there, but at the same time, your boss thinks that you're working too much, you're taking on too much. I don't know, maybe your boss gives you too much work, you know, and they just expect you to do everything. But if that is not the case, and you're someone who probably takes on extra shifts or something, for example, you know, you take on extra work thinking that, okay, maybe that will kind of increase my chances of a promotion, or that will help me earn more money in some way. So if that is the case with you guys, pile 1, then your boss definitely thinks that, you know, you're working too much, you're doing too much, you're balancing everything. But I feel like somewhere your boss really appreciates that, because we have the Chariot. So Chariot is about, you know, getting that victory and the recognition for whatever your efforts are, for whatever your success is. So I feel like somewhere your boss appreciates that, but I'm also sensing this sort of concern about you that they have. They might not necessarily show it to you. They, like, especially if they are the ones giving you the work constantly, and I do see that, because 2 of cups is like, 2 of coins is like, you know, you're doing your own work, but then your boss comes up and be like, okay, do this as well. So maybe you applied for like a certain position, and yeah, you got hired for that position, but at the same time, your boss expects you to do too much, or you know, your boss gives you some work which is not even related to your field, like the position you applied for. So obviously, could be multiple scenarios over here. But if your boss is giving you the work, then your boss might not necessarily come and tell you and be like, okay, you're working too much, you shouldn't be doing that. But if they're not giving you the work, pile 1, and they see that you're constantly working, you're staying way past your, you know, allotted time, like you're supposed to leave at 5, but then you're staying back and working till late, and only, like, probably you're the last one to leave to log up or something like that. Because obviously people watching will have different careers, different places of work. So we're trying to kind of, you know, ask the universe to give us kind of inclusive messages. So as I'm really seeing that your boss kind of sees that, they might not necessarily come and acknowledge you or appreciate you. For some, yes, because the Chariot is here. For some of you, your boss is nice enough to come and appreciate you for all the hard work you're doing. But for others, that might not be the case. Your boss might not even acknowledge it, and instead just keeps giving you more and more work. But somewhere they know that, yeah, you're working a lot, you're actually doing the work. Unlike other employees at the workplace, you're actually doing the work. So they really see that. And obviously with the 2 of Wands, I do see that they're giving you extra work, or if they're not, then you're taking on extra work, and that is something that kind of makes them think that you're really hardworking, and maybe also kind of gives them an idea, maybe you're doing this out of the fact that maybe you're not doing so well financially and you want to do it. But for some of you with the King of Cups here, I feel like maybe your boss sees your hard work as this form of dedication, this form of loyalty to the company, to whatever business that they have. They see you as a loyal person, a pile 1. On the other hand, with the King of Cups here, they also see you as someone who's mature and who someone who can lead, you know, like for example in their absence they kind of expect you to take over. They might not necessarily tell you or label you like, okay, this is the person you're supposed to go to when I'm not there, but they might not, but they kind of just expect it out of you. Your boss himself has some high expectations from you, pile one. That's what I'm seeing. But they see you as this mature person who can not only lead, but who has the brains and who has the maturity to deal with people. Because, with the King of Cups, like when you're at your workplace, pile one, you deal with all sorts of people. You know that. You deal with people you can get along with, and there are people you do not get along with. But according to your boss, you are smart enough to deal with even the people you don't get along with. Like, you know how to deal with them, you know how to make them do the work. Like if you've been given the task and those people are in your team or something, you know, because you have that emotional maturity to connect with literally even your enemies. That's what your boss thinks of you. So they really think that yes, you are the right person for the job. For some of you guys, I feel like your boss definitely thinks that you're the right person for the job, but they come and tell you the opposite. And I feel like that causes you a lot of stress with the Nine of Swords here. I feel like some of you guys might be really bothered by your boss. You might think that they hate you, but I don't think that they hate you necessarily, Pile One. I just feel like some of your maybe your boss is like, displacing their emotions, their stress onto you. Maybe because they think that you can handle it. Maybe because maybe there's no one else. And, sometimes it's just easier to do it. It's easier to just throw it on the other person and just blame them for everything. But I feel like just because your boss is telling you that you're not good enough, that you don't work hard enough, that is not the truth, Pile One. I want you to know that despite like what your boss thinks of you or not, I want you to know that you are doing your best. You are giving your best, and you're giving your best. Just because your boss is not acknowledging you doesn't mean that you're not giving it your all right? So you people don't need to stress yourself to the point where you are not able to get proper sleep. You shouldn't stress yourselves over so much that you're not eating properly, okay? So I just want you to know that, like, as a side note, that please, like, just because your boss is not acknowledging you, they're constantly criticizing you and everything, don't take it too hard. Take care of yourselves first. You're giving it your all. You're sincere, because I can see with this King of Cups that you guys are incredibly sincere to your work, to whatever it is that you do. And that's why I feel like some of you just take on more work, because you are sincere to the business, to your boss, to the company that you're working for. You're really dedicated, you're really sincere. That's why you take on so much work. Sometimes you just take on work unofficially, and for some of you guys, you might not even be expecting your boss to acknowledge that. For some, yeah, your boss really doesn't acknowledge that, but for some, yeah, your boss can see that you're working more than you should. You are doing more work, but somewhere I feel like they're also kind of proud of you if you are someone who takes on more work for the progress of the company or something. If you do that, you're like, okay, I'll do this, I'll give more hours or something. Your boss is kind of like secretly proud of you. They might not come outright and tell you, because I do see that with the Fool in reverse. Might not come outright and tell you, but they're definitely proud of you. And then with the Fool in reverse, what your boss thinks that you are a very smart and a very careful person. You're not some immature rookie kind of a person who just who will just do things on a whim. If you've been given a task, you will thoroughly search it out. You will do your research on it. You will look at every aspect of it. You will analyze it thoroughly. Only then you'll work towards it. You're not someone who's going to, because I feel like for you guys, Pile One, most of you, you guys are so sincere to your work that you do not want, and you don't want to do anything to jeopardize that place that you're working at. You only want to do the best for it. You only want to give it your best. You do not want any mistakes to come along. So I feel like you guys do a lot of research before doing anything. Like if your boss wants to partner up with another business, you will do all the research. Whether your boss tells you to do it or not, you will do all your research to make sure there are no loopholes. There's nothing fishy going around. Everything is in order before you do anything. And sometimes if you do find something fishy, you will tell your boss, but you'll be smart about it. You won't just go and blurt it out that, okay, what you're planning to do, it's a big mistake. You are smart enough to even handle your boss, pile one. And with that, I feel like for some of you guys, your boss actually notices that you are really smart enough to even handle them. So I feel like if that is the case, so your boss even might feel threatened by you. That's why they kind of just go around criticizing you, making you feel like you're no good. So yeah, but like I'm saying, you work too hard. You work really hard. Okay, we have 6 of Cups. Of course we do. Okay, 9 of Swords again, guys. Confirmation. You guys are working to the point of exhaustion. You guys are working to the point of being completely stressed out. Either your boss is stressing you out, or it's just that you're taking on so much that is just driving you crazy at this point. Pile one. And then we have Ace of Cups, 2 of Swords, and 5 of Wands. Sensing some conflict between you and your boss. Okay. I'm just gonna use this. Okay. So 6 of Cups here. So this tells me, just straighten these out. Okay, so this tells me that you are someone who your boss thinks that, when you're around, everybody's in a good mood. When you're around, everybody is doing their work. Everybody's getting the job done. But when you're not around, yeah, things can be chaotic. You have your own kind of energy that you bring to the table, pile one. And regardless of how your boss if your boss kind of goes to the extremes and kind of criticizes you to the point where they're saying that, the company's better off without you and all, trust me, it's all talk. It's all talk. The company's not better off without you. It's really not. It's really not. What you bring to, there's a reason your boss hasn't fired you. They might be threatening to fire you all the time. They're like, if you don't do this, I'm going to fire you. You are like this, I'm going to fire you. Don't make me fire you, Palawan. They'll say all of these things. But internally, they know that if they want to keep their company running, if they want their employees to keep doing the work, and if they want the company to progress, they should keep you. They should definitely keep you. Your boss understands your value internally. They might not say it outright because they're the boss, I guess, and they have a reputation to uphold. They don't want to appear too nice because people might take advantage of that. I think that's what the general idea is behind some people not being nice to you. But they know that, when you're around, things are working. Things are going in a smooth flow. There's no chaos. There's no conflict happening between co-workers and other employees. So, and like I'm saying, when for example, your boss is absent, and you take over, your boss knows that, yeah, as long as Palawan's taking over, they'll make sure everybody's doing their job. So you bring this harmony to the table. And you guys can see these cups, they're in pairs. So, especially with these ones, they're so close. So this really tells me that somewhere your boss also feels as if, you are that person who can help support them, who will bring them the biggest and the most support. And maybe for some of you guys, pile one, I feel like you are aware of the expectations your boss has from you. Your boss expects you to handle everyone. Your boss expects you to lead everyone. Your boss often makes you the head, in terms of project or something of that sort. So when that happens, 9 of Swords, you guys take on too much. Because you're like, no, I do not want to let my boss down. I do not want to let the company down. I do not want to let my group members down. So you guys take on way too much stress. You're like, no, everything has to be perfect down to the last dot, the last full stop, everything has to be perfect. But that I feel like takes a toll on you guys. Some of you guys are really stressed because of your work. I can clearly see that you guys are completely stressed, or it's just probably because your boss is not being very nice to you, or it's because that your boss is being so nice to you that they have so much expectations from you. Like they're open about it. They're constantly telling you that yeah, this is what I expect from you, pile one. So that also causes a lot of stress. So it can go both ways depending on how this message resonates with you guys, pile one. And then we have a Two of Swords. So this kind of tells me that you guys are not kind of for some of you guys, like I was saying, your boss is like really closed off. Like they will not come and tell you. I mean, I feel like your boss hardly ever compliments you. They don't. They hardly ever do. For some of you guys, that might be true. Others, yeah, sure, you do get the appreciation from your boss, with the Ace of Cups. And I feel like with this one, pile one, I feel like you guys might be onto your boss might be considering you for a promotion. Just throwing that out there, because we have Ace of Cups. There's this blessing coming to you guys. So this really tells me that probably your boss might be thinking of either promoting you officially, or it just could be that they're just probably planning on giving you even more work, or some sort of an incentive might be coming in for you guys, or a new position, like a higher position. So this, take it how this resonates with, but this is a blessing coming to you guys from your boss, I feel like, pile one. Okay, so anyway, this one with the Two of Swords here, yeah, your boss might not be very open about how they feel for you. They'll outwardly they'll tell you that you're not doing a good job. They're gonna criticize you all the time, but internally they have a lot of love for you. They really appreciate what you're doing. They appreciate you as a person, not just as an employee, but getting to know you over the years, however long you guys have started working. Sometimes it takes forever to get to know a person, and sometimes it only takes like a short while. So depending on whatever your timeline is between the relationship you have with your boss, or how long you've been working for the company, but I feel like your boss has gotten to know what kind of a person you are. But like I'm saying, they might not be telling you how much they appreciate you. They might not be telling you exactly what they're feeling for you. Their hearts might be full of love and appreciation and respect for you, but on the outside they appear to be very strict and cruel. I don't know, I don't know why people do that why they can't just tell you openly that, okay, this is the deal. But some people are like that. You can't really blame, I mean, you can't do anything about it. And then we have a Five of Wands here. So this talks about conflict, this talks about argument. So for some of you guys, your boss might be thinking that, you're very argumentative. They might constantly pick fights with you. You might be just minding your own business, and all of a sudden your boss will call you up, and they'll just start giving it to you. And maybe that's the whole conflict between you and your boss is causing you guys stress, pile one. But yeah, it's just that I feel like whenever this happens, whenever your boss is criticizing you more than they normally do, or they're just criticizing you all of a sudden, know that there is something going on with them. I'm not trying to justify their actions or saying that, oh, you should forget it, they're going through a bad day. No, sometimes people are just cruel. People are just mean for no reason. So I'm not justifying that, but I want you to know that if your boss is not, being very nice or something, or they're just being meaner than they normally are, they're hiding something. There's something going on. Something is bothering them. Something is up with them. So I would say don't take it personally, for the sake of your mental health, not because you should ignore what your boss is saying to you, or, you should just not bother. I mean, you're human. It's going to hurt. But know that it's nothing, like, don't take it personally, because we need to protect your mental health here, a pile one. But your boss is definitely going through something. They're hiding something, and they're just displacing that onto you. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's not you, it's them. It's actually not you. Okay, so let's see what your final cards have to tell us. Okay, we have celebrate, we have fun, party, celebration, events. So like I was saying with the Ace of Cups, there might be something coming for you in terms of your boss, some sort of good news. See, downtime, self-care, take a break. You people definitely need it, because with the Nine of Swords coming up twice, we have balanced work life and even ground. So yep. One thing with the celebrate here, I'm clearly seeing that, your boss might be coming up with the good news. It might not necessarily, for some of you guys, yeah, it could be a promotion, it could be an incentive, a bonus, but for others, it could be like maybe the company achieved something, so there's this party coming up. The company reached some new milestone, so your boss might be giving you all some sort of a gift, something. But then on the other hand, I feel like I was saying, sometimes for some of you guys, Padawan, your boss is really concerned about you guys, and they want you to relax. They might not tell you. Some of you guys, yeah, your boss will be very nice and be like, you need to take a break. You need to go on vacation. I'm forcefully sending you on a vacation. But for some, your boss might internally be thinking that, pile one needs to take a break. Maybe I should kind of lighten their workload. So they might be thinking that to send you maybe on a vacation so they can, balance your whole thing out, that you're working too much, but then you also need a break in that regard. But this is also telling me that this is an advice from the universe that you guys should kind of relax, don't stress too much. You guys can do it. You guys can work through whatever tough times you guys are going through. You guys can handle it, but don't stress too much about your work. All of that, it is going to work itself out, okay? So, and maintain that work-life balance, all right? You have a life, you have a family, you have to live, you have to enjoy life. Don't just throw it all away for work, okay? So this is all I have for you, File 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what your boss thinks of you. Okay, we have the moon here. 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, King of Coins, and Page of Coins. Interesting. Wow. Pile 2, I feel like your boss is utterly confused. Your boss is really not sure what to do with you. In a good sense, I mean. Like, your boss cannot figure you out. That's what I would say. Because the moon is all about, but I feel like, you're one thing with the moon here, the moon is all about intuition. So I feel like despite your boss being confused about you, I feel like, when they hired you, it wasn't based, it was all about the interviews and the application. Sure, that was there. But I feel like they mainly hired you because of a gut instinct. Something in their intuition kind of told them to hire you, so they did. So sometimes when you kind of do something that they don't like, they get really confused. They're like, did I even make the right decision in terms of Pile 2? Did I even do the right thing? But then they trust their intuition. They're like, no, my intuition told me to hire Pile 2. So definitely there's something special about them. And of course, we are seeing all sorts of things that are special about you, a Pile 2. So with this 9 of Cups here, your boss sees you as an overachiever. Your boss might see you as a very talented person. They think that you are very talented. You have the potential to reach new heights. At times, I feel like with the 8 of Cups here, your boss might even be thinking that this current place is not right for you, that you deserve a higher place, a higher position. You deserve to work in a better company, though. And of course, they're kind of feeling selfish in terms of letting you go. They appreciate the fact that they're kind of proud of you, Pile 2. They're kind of proud of the fact that you work for them. Once again, they might not necessarily show it to you. They might criticize you all day and all night. I know you're like, if they're criticizing me, how come they're proud of me? But the cards are definitely telling me that in turn somewhere, they're definitely proud of the fact that you are there. You are working for them. And sometimes it's hard for, with the 8 of Cups, they might not tell you. They might not. And sometimes I feel like with this also, this card, 8 of Cups, I feel like sometimes they kind of do things. They give you the difficult stuff to do. And you notice that you're like, why do I get the difficult stuff? Why do I get the work, the thing that I don't want to do? Why does my boss always kind of give me the hard work, like the tough stuff? And it is because your boss sees you as a very talented individual. They know that anybody else doing that same job, they're just going to mess it up. They're going to mess it up big. And even if they don't mess it up, they're not going to be able to execute that job the way you guys are going to be able to do it. So that is why you guys get the most work, I guess. The toughest thing you have to deal with. People might be dealing with all sorts of the tiny stuff, but when it comes to the major stuff, the one that actually keeps the company going, I feel like you are often responsible for it. Your boss kind of personally holds you up, gives you that responsibility that, okay, you need to do this. And I feel like that's because your boss trusts you to handle everything. This 9 of Cups is clearly telling me that your boss has a lot of confidence in your abilities. You guys might be doubting yourselves, pile 2. You guys might be like, I don't think I can do it. I'm gonna mess this up. I will not be able to succeed in this. But your boss sees otherwise. Your boss believes otherwise. Your boss is like, I don't care about your insecurities at this point. I know you can do it, so you're going to do it. So that's the case with you guys. On the other hand, like with this King of Coins, I feel like your boss sees you as the person who brings in the money. That's why I'm saying you get the big stuff to handle. You get the serious stuff to handle. If your boss is living a comfortable life, it is because of you guys. It is because you are the one who is bringing in the money for the company. You are the reason why the company is succeeding, the company is progressing. It is all you. Your boss might not give you credit for it, because I can see that some of you guys don't even get the credit for it. You guys work so hard, and all your boss does is just makes you feel bad. That's what they do. So, but they know. That's what I'm saying. I feel like your boss is like super confused. Like they know that they should be appreciating you. They know that you are the reason why things are progressing. Because I feel like before you guys came along, pile 2, the company wasn't doing so well. Your boss wasn't doing so well in terms of the business and everything. But when you came along, everything it got perfect, That is why your boss has that faith in you. Your boss has a lot of expectations from you. A lot. They literally expect you to run the company. Like if it was possible, I feel like that's what they would do. They would sit back, like this King of Coins. They would just sit back and be like, let them do it. Let pile 2 run. I'm just gonna go on a vacation. And I feel like maybe for some of you guys might have noticed that since you guys joined, this company started progressing, your boss has kind of been putting all the responsibility on you, the good and the bad. Like for example, they're gonna give you a project to execute and all that, and you're going to do it. But if God forbid, like if there's a complaint from the customer or something goes wrong, you are gonna get the heat of it. Your boss is going to act as if you did the entire thing, like it's all your fault. Your boss really should learn to take some responsibility, I would say, pile 2. But but if your boss is comfortable right now, it is all because of you. So give yourselves that credit. Acknowledge. Your boss might not acknowledge you. They might not come outright and tell you that you're the reason the company is doing so well, and I'm proud of you and all of that. But I want you guys to acknowledge yourselves, pile 2. I want you guys to be proud of yourselves. Okay? Know that you are the reason why things are so good at your workplace. If the employees are happy, if your coworkers are happy working there, it is because of you. It is because of what you're doing and how much you're working. I feel like a lot of people with this 8 of Cups here, a lot of people just literally abandon their responsibilities. They throw it on you. Even your coworkers do it. They just dump it on you and be like, you handle it. You know how to handle the boss. You know how to talk to the boss. You do it. So I feel like you guys have to deal with a lot in terms of your work, in terms of your career. You guys every day is like really tough for you. It's really heavy for you in terms of your workload and all the responsibilities you are tasked with. But somewhere your boss is aware, that your boss is super proud of the fact that you're there and that you helped stabilize, bring that stability in the company. You guys can see with the number 8 here, all these all the fish, they're like in this balanced perfect shape. So yeah, you brought that balance there. It wasn't before you, no way. You were what was needed by the company. You were the one, you were the key. All right, a pile 2. And then we have Page of Coins here. So this really tells me that your boss thinks that not only are you good at bringing in new clients, helping increase the business, but your boss also believes that you have the sense, you have the intelligence, the brains to do business by yourself. And maybe somewhere your boss might be afraid of that, you leaving, starting your own thing. I feel like if that is something that you guys want to do, pile 2, maybe just start it as a side hustle, kind of like a small business on the side. Don't just necessarily quit your job because you need the money. But your boss thinks that you have what it takes to run a business, to run a successful company. You have the intelligence for it. You have the talent for it. You know how to talk to people. You know how to sell a product. You are very good at it. So yeah, if that is something that you've been wanting to do but not sure if you can do it, this is your boss's energy clearly telling you that you can do it. You can. But like I'm saying, your boss might not appreciate you. They might be telling you constantly how you're not good enough, that you're not doing the work right, you don't know anything. It's because they're afraid. They're afraid of, you leaving, you walking away from them. They don't want that. They don't want you to abandon them. I feel like they might just take it personally if you do it. Right? So let's see. Oh my goodness, we have 8 of Cups again. Definitely. I feel like there's this sort of a fear of abandonment in terms of you guys. Pile 2. We have the Magician in reverse. We have 9 of Wands. Knight of Swords. And the Hermit. Wow. Your boss really wants you around, pile 2. I feel like your boss really does. Also with the Magician in reverse, I feel like your boss thinks that, I feel like this is talking more about them rather than about you. I feel like, because this card is in reverse. So this really tells me that your boss kind of has started to doubt themselves since you've come along. They think that, they cannot do anything. They think that, they're not an adequate person to rule the company, to be the boss of the company. Somewhere they have this thing that, you should be the one to handle things. You should be the one to, so I feel like your boss might actively be considering you for the position of, like, for a higher position, like for a senior position. Your boss might actively be considering you, considering how responsible you guys are. We have the Hermit here, so this tells me exactly, like, you guys are mature and wise and smart enough to, deal with everything, because you guys are self-aware, pile 2. You guys know, okay, this is what the kind of person I am. These are my strengths, these are my weaknesses, this is what I need to work on, this is what I don't need to work on. So that kind of helps you see exactly what other people are like. You, when it comes to your coworkers, you can easily identify that, okay, this is this person's weakness and this is their strength, and you have this really beautiful way of playing with people's strengths. You know exactly how to make the best in them come out. You bring out the best in people, pile 2. You really do with this Hermit, because the Hermit is all about guidance and being a mentor and everything, and being the light for people. And obviously, if you're just constantly pointing out people's weaknesses, you're not really in this Hermit energy. You're not in the mentor energy. You're not in that mature, wise energy. So you guys do bring out the best in people. You make them realize what their true talents are, where their strengths are, and you work with them. That's how you're able to kind of, get all the work done because you know exactly how to deal with people, how to make them do the work. So I feel like your boss kind of falls short in that regard. And sometimes I feel like your boss just acts all entitled and all like, oh, I'm the boss and everything. They kind of try to assert their position over you sometimes because, like I'm saying, they kind of feel threatened by you. They think that you're trying to take over the company just because everybody likes you, everybody listens to you. They think that, you know, you are the reason people are doing the work, and without you, people will not. So I just feel like there's this some insecurity in terms of like how your boss feels about you, what they think about you. There is some insecurity there. They think that they're not able to do the work, that they're not competent enough to run the company, and that they should kind of bring you along and kind of have you do the work as well, like alongside them. So they might be thinking of making you their personal assistant or like a senior executive or something of that sort, you know, something that is a little lower than the boss's position, whatever that may be. You know, it could be anything, but your boss might be thinking that probably uh, if they put the responsibility on you, they'll get some time to relax. That's literally how your boss thinks, that they should just give you a higher position so that they can get some time off, so they don't have to deal with every single tiny aspect of the business, so that you can handle some of it and they can relax. Your boss is actually actively thinking of, you know, taking a break from work. Your boss might even be thinking of retirement and putting you in charge of it. Like if that is something that's going to happen, like if that's something that happens within your place, that your boss gets to decide who the next boss is going to be, then they might actively be thinking of you. On the other hand, with this 9 of Wands here, this clearly tells me that your boss thinks of you as a very brave, very courageous individual. A pile 2, they think that no matter how big the problem is, you can handle it. Literally, it could be a legal case, it could be anything. It could be anything. Big or small, whatever problem that comes in, you are the best person for the job. Even like, suppose, God forbid, there's this legal issue, okay? And you're not exactly a lawyer, you're not. But you will work with the company's lawyer, like you will be able to like understand, okay, you will speak to the lawyer, you will understand what the problem is, and you will discuss with the lawyer, okay, what's the best course of action, you know? You are not going to be like, oh, this is the boss's problem, it's not mine, so I'm just going to ignore it. No, you, even if the problem doesn't necessarily pertains to you, pile 2, you still kind of try and solve it. You still try because you're like, no, this is my workplace. And for you, I feel like it's very important that things go well. You're so sincere to your work, pile 2, that you take on the company's problems as your own. That's why you will actively work to kind of resolve them. And you do a fantastic job of it. You really do. The kind of ideas you come up with, the magician here, this might be reversed, but this is still the magician energy. You know, you still are able to come up with solutions. You have the brains, the intelligence, the knowledge of how things work. So because of that, you're able to overcome all the problems. So if your company has kind of suffered through some problems of any nature, I feel like you have played a very big role in resolving those issues. And your boss sees that. That's why your boss considers you to be a very strong, brave, and a courageous individual. All right, then we have Knight of Swords. So this Knight is all about bringing in change, swift change. So that's why I'm saying the moment you entered the company, the moment your boss hired you, things changed for the better. Things definitely changed for the better. You brought this nice, beautiful transformation at the workplace, regardless of whether your boss feels insecure around you or not. Your boss acknowledges the fact that you're the reason that change came. Before that, the employees didn't care. Somebody was coming in, somebody was leaving. Nobody was serious, but then you came along and you made sure everybody was doing the work. You streamlined the whole thing. into a semblance of order. You brought order to the company, you brought a nice flow to the company. So your boss definitely acknowledges that, and they are super proud of the fact that you work for them. All right, let's see what else we have. Oh, water sign. Your boss might be a water sign, or you guys might be a water sign. Oh, we have timing, divine timing, patience. Okay. We have cycle, karmic cycles, ending past patterns. Okay. So what this is telling me, water signs. So for water signs, they're very intuitive people. We have the moon here, which is, what is the moon? It's ruled by Pisces, I guess. Yeah. So obviously we have the water sign here. So either your boss could be a water sign, or you guys might be a water sign. But the thing is that if your boss is a water sign, like, they're really highly intuitive. That's why, like, that when they hired you, it was based solely on intuition. Your intuition was telling them, no, you need to hire Pile 2. Some of you guys might not even have had the proper credentials for that job, for that position that you applied for, but you were just like, okay, I'll just do it on a whim, it doesn't matter, I'll probably get rejected or something. And lo and behold, you got hired. It is because your boss's intuition was kind of telling them that, they need to hire you. So your boss also think that you're a very nurturing individual, because we have this water sign energy coming through, this water energy, sorry. So very nurturing, very caring, very loving kind of a person. Your boss definitely thinks that you're a big softie, I would say. And you're very kind to people. You're very nice to people. You're nice to everybody. According to your boss, you have no enemies at your workplace. You might do, but according to your boss, you have no enemies because you're just so amazing. Then we have divine timing, and then we have patience. So like I was saying, maybe you guys are aware of the fact that your boss is actively considering someone to be their assistant, to be their kind of right hand, left hand kind of a thing. And you want that position. Maybe for some of you guys really want that position, because obviously you guys are going to get more money and everything. So, but you're just like, when is it going to happen? What? When? So this is all divine timing. So, just be patient. It is going to come to you because you are doing the work, and the universe sees that. Regardless of whether your boss sees it or not, the universe sees your hard work. And of course, the universe is going to respond to you. On the other hand, with the karmic cycle, ending past patterns, this kind of tells me that somewhere you have this karmic connection with your boss. I'm not talking about a love connection here. It could be anything, Probably in your past lives, you had some unresolved karma left, which you're trying to resolve in this life. So if you feel like, why is my boss like this? Why have I come across this person? It is because of this karmic cycle. There is something that was left unresolved in your past life, and your boss also kind of wonders that, okay, why did I hire Pile 2 in the first place? Your boss actually wonders that, why did my intuition tell me that I need to hire Pile 2? What is it about them? So I feel like it is just something that probably you guys have been friends, maybe in past life or something like that. Like, you guys have been together in some way. So that's why I feel like there's this karmic connection between you and this person, your boss, all right? So this is all I have for you, Pile 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what your boss thinks of you. Okay, we have the High Priestess. Interesting. All right, we have 6 of Swords, 10 of Coins, the Hermit in reverse, and the Lovers. Ooh, okay. Interesting. This is an interesting pile. I don't know what the other cards are right now, but right now, these 5, yep, something very interesting is happening, okay? So with the High Priestess here, your boss, Pile 3, your boss kind of sees you as this very highly knowledgeable, highly spiritual person. More than spiritual, I'm sensing that they see you as this person who knows a lot, who has a lot of knowledge. And considering how all these cards coming up, I feel like somewhere they're really happy about the fact that you're working for them. They might not tell you. We have the Hermit in reverse. They might not tell you. And I feel like with this Hermit in reverse, I feel like your boss can be really immature at times, Pile 3. your boss can not be very nice and they can just act like a child. Sometimes do that. Sometimes people do that. They act like children despite their age and position. They just throw tantrums whenever they want if things are not going their way, especially and I feel like your boss might do that as well. But anyway, your boss might thinks that you're a very mature, smart, intelligent person who knows a lot. Like, they think that you are an expert in your field, basically. Pile 3, and they are really glad that they hired you, because with the Six of Swords here, you definitely they really think of you as an asset to the company. Pile 3, once again, they might not tell you that, they might not be very nice to you about it, but internally they know that's what they think. Because we are channeling their energy at this point. So they really think that you are a big asset to the company, because I feel like you coming into the company, it really took the company in a more positive direction, in a more successful direction. You understood exactly what the company needed, what the company was lacking, and when you came along, the first thing you did was rectify those things. Of course, you sought permission from your boss. It's not like you just took matters into your own hand and be like, I'm going to do whatever I want. I know what is required, what is needed here. I'm going to do it. No, you were respectful enough to ask for permission. If your boss didn't grant that permission, I'm pretty sure they're regretting it now. But if your boss did allow you to take things, do things, they took on your suggestions, then they saw the improvement. They realized that yes, things are definitely getting better. There's definitely an improvement. So you coming along, coming into the company, it brought in a lot of improvement. And your boss is like super happy about that. They also kind of felt, and I feel like, because normally if you guys know the tarot deck, the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, you know that in the Six of Swords, the regular depiction, there is this lady and then there's this child who are in this boat ferry thing, and then there's this ferryman who's kind of rowing the boat, right? That's the thing about it. So I feel like your boss kind of sees you, they feel really close to you. With the 10 of coins, for some of you guys, because the Lovers here, it's completely a different message here, I'll get to that. But for some of you guys, pile 3, your boss sees you as their family. They see you, they feel really close to you. They often even talk about their secrets with you. The High Priestess, they often confide themselves in you. They will tell you, like, for example, there might be some sensitive issues, some personal stuff going on in regards to the company. Regardless of your position in the company, pile 3, I feel like your boss often shares those secrets with you. Not because they're expecting you to give them a solution or anything. It is just because they feel so close to you. It is like a soul connection that they feel with you, pile 3. That is why they kind of, confide in you. They tell you that, okay, this is what the company is going through. This is what is happening. So they just, because they see you as family. And obviously when you're going through a tough time, you bring out, you talk to your family, you tell them about the problem, and you expect some help. Your boss might be expecting you to help, they might not be, but that doesn't mean that they don't see you as family. They definitely see you as family. For some of you guys, your boss might be like of an older person, so they see you as their child. They see you as they see you as someone who needs to be kept safe, who needs to be kept, like, who should be protected from all the nonsense of the world. So they kind of they feel very protective of you. They feel kind of this pile 3 is like their child or something, or they feel as if you're their family. So they feel this closeness to you. They feel this they have this familiarity with you, which sometimes even boggles your mind. You're just like, why are they doing that? Why are they treating me like that? I mean, of course, they're being nice about it, obviously. But and for sometimes your boss might even end up scolding you. They might start just not being very nice to you. And it is because, like I'm saying, they have this familiarity with you. Excuse me. You know, in a family, sometimes you're nice to your people, sometimes you're not so nice to your people. So sometimes I feel like your boss can say things they don't mean to say to you, because sometimes it can get a little personal with your boss. Like they can say some things that are personal, and you're just like, okay, why are they saying that to me? They shouldn't be saying that. It's not professional. And your boss also often wonders that, okay, what just happened? Your boss gets confused with this Hermit in reverse. They're like, okay, I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I was a little too hard on pile 3. Shouldn't have said that to them. But yeah, I just feel like at a soul level, you guys feel, your boss feels this connection with you, that, oh, they know you, they're familiar with you. And you know, when you're familiar with someone, you just say whatever is on their mind. I'm not justifying your boss's actions. I'm not saying that, oh, you should, because your boss loves you so much or they care about you so much, that's why they're giving it to you. No. I'm not justifying their action. I'm just saying that, yeah, they just feel this familiarity with you, you know. So on the other hand, with the Lovers here, I mean, what else is there, you know? For some of you guys, pile 3, your boss might actually have some feelings for you. That's why sometimes things get a bit too personal, you know. Your boss kind of, they have a feeling, like romantic feelings, okay. Your boss has those, they like you to that extent. They like you in that way. I know it's not professional, but like I'm saying, sometimes, you know, yeah, the connection is there, the hard one with the hard ones. But so sometimes things can get a bit too personal if you are aware of that fact, that your boss has feelings for you, or you might have feelings for your boss. So if you're just like, yeah, so I just feel like there's this sort of a personal, I'm just sensing this personal thing between you and your boss and what they think of you. At the same time, you know, with the Lovers here, its card is ruled by Gemini. So I'm sensing some Gemini energy. I feel like your boss thinks that you are a very energetic person. Your boss thinks that you are a very witty, intelligent, funny person as well. You are the reason people are smiling all the time at work. You are the reason, you know, whenever you're around, people are laughing, people are cordial with each other. It's a good atmosphere. You bring a very positive energy to the workplace, pile 3, but at the same time, you have your own secrets. Your boss is aware of that. Your boss is aware of the fact that you're a very secretive person. You might not act like it. You might act all that, oh, I have nothing to hide, and you're super excited going out with everybody, whoever wants to hang out with you. But somewhere your boss kind of feels as if, you know, you're hiding things. You're hiding a lot of things. You're not exactly being open about your situation, whatever your situation might be. But I just feel like this sense that you're not, you know, you're not out there. You're hiding a big part of yourself. And maybe your boss gets curious. Maybe they don't. But they definitely know that you're hiding something. All right, let's see what else we have. Oh, we have the Empress. Wow. Oh, guys, this is coming up again. Your boss has some serious feelings for you. They do. They really do. We have 5 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. And Strength. Wow. This is some powerful energy. Okay, so the Lovers here, guys. Like I was saying, your boss has some serious feelings for you. Like, it's coming up twice. I didn't do this on purpose. I don't even know these cards were here. So yeah, this is the universe trying to tell. So if you're someone who's thinking, like, maybe somewhere you have this idea that probably your boss likes you, I feel like with these 2 cards coming up, I feel like that is the case there. Your intuition is right all along, if that's what your intuition was trying to tell you, that, okay, your boss likes you. And I feel like with the Empress card here, your boss sees you as a very, very talented individual. They really do see you as that. They think that you are very, very creative. you are incredibly beautiful even, or handsome, whatever the case is with you guys, however you identify. Beautiful, handsome, pretty, all of that stuff. Your boss sees you, thinks of you that way. I know, I'm not saying it's going to be professional. I never said that, right? But this energy is clearly telling me that your boss really thinks that you're very attractive and, yeah, very talented as well, very creative. And they really think that you have the potential to reach new heights. You have the potential to gain a lot of success, because we also have the Six of Wands here, guys, the card of victory, strength. Hello. So your boss definitely think that if anybody's worthy of a position, if anybody's deserving of a higher position, it is you. Anybody deserving of a promotion, it is you. And not because your boss has feelings for you, not because of that. It's because they truly think that you are deserving. It's on your own merit that you deserve the success that you're getting. Okay, so some people who might be aware, like suppose if this whole thing is like gossip and you're at your workplace where your coworkers are going like, oh, the boss definitely likes you and that's the reason why, you know, you got this promotion, or you are definitely, you know, with your boss, like you have a relationship with your boss, and that is why, you know, you got this position because you're with the boss or something. Your friends, I mean your coworkers might accuse you of those things. They might throw such allegations at you, and maybe somewhere you might also start feeling that oh, maybe that's the reason. Maybe I don't actually deserve this position and I only got this because my boss likes me or something. No. No, your boss might like you, but your boss is not stupid. You know, they can be immature, but then they're not stupid. They know exactly who deserves what, who deserves the position and who deserves the glory and all of that, the success, and who doesn't. So I feel like when you guys get a promotion, I feel like a lot of people at your workplace, with the Five of Pentacles here, a lot of them feel kind of jealous. They kind of hate you, or they kind of start feeling resentful. Not hate you exactly, but they do feel they feel this resentment towards you, because they're like, we wanted that position, they tried so hard, they were working for so long, they were there longer than you've ever been, and all of a sudden you got the position. So they kind of think that it's unfair, that, you know, you are getting the respect, you are getting the appreciation, and they're not. It's not your fault. Please don't blame yourselves, pile 3. Please don't blame yourselves. All right. So anyway, with the Six of Wands here, your boss they respect you and they appreciate you for all that you do, because like I was saying, you know, since you came along, because you have the knowledge, you have the expertise. You guys can see there's this crown and all these stars on this Empress's head. So basically your mind is like a star, you know, it's like constantly sharp, it's bright. And who gets to wear the crown, you know, like it's on top of your head. So your mind is like that. It is deserving of a crown. And that is why your boss respects you. And probably for some of you guys, your boss outrightly comes out and tells you that I respect you, I'm so impressed by what you've done. For some of you, because obviously for others that might not be the case. Your boss might be very taciturn, they might not say much, they will never appreciate you in person. They might talk about you with other people, they might appreciate you in public, like when you're not there. But when you're there, I feel like your boss might not necessarily say the same things, you know. It all depends, because everybody is different. Some people will say they will appreciate their employees to their face, they'll compliment them personally, face to face, but for others that's not the case. So it depends how your boss is and how it resonates with you guys, pile 3. But on the other hand, with the Strength card here, your boss thinks they have really high expectations from you. They think that you will take the company to new heights. They think that you will be the reason the company will become a big one someday. You will play a main key role in the company's success. Like that's the kind of expectation your boss has from you. With the Strength card here, they really think that you are strong enough to literally handle anything that comes your way, any obstacle. You are strong enough to beat the competition, pile 3. So and all the rival companies out there, you're the one who will kind of eliminate the competition because you're working so hard, and your boss really has this confidence in you that yes, because of you, because of your hard work, they'll be the ones to rise to the top. So for some of you guys might be like, oh, my boss is using me to get success. And for some of you, I will not even going to lie here, I will say that yeah, for some of you, yes, your boss is definitely using you to get to the top, because I feel like for some of you, you guys work so hard, pile 3, and your boss doesn't pay you nearly enough. Because 5 of Pentacles is like loss, and you also somewhere feel that, and if that is the case, I feel like because for some of you, yeah, that is true, that your boss is definitely using you to get to the top, and once your boss gets what they want, they might just fire you. So I feel like the Lovers here also tells me this, is giving me this message that it is best. I mean, this is this advice that I'm getting for you guys, pile 3, that it is best if you also start having a backup sort of source of income, because you never know when your boss might just be like, okay, that's it. Maybe after this milestone that the company reached or something, your boss got what they wanted from you. So they might just kind of tell you to leave. So it's better if you guys have a backup. You guys start planning for a backup. If you don't have one already, start applying to other jobs as well. If that is something that is resonating with you, like if your intuition is telling you that that can happen, start looking for other jobs. Start having a backup plan in terms of your finances, okay? Because we don't want you to suffer, okay? So, guys, intuition. Trust your intuition, whatever is telling you about your boss, about their intentions, trust it. Oh, guys, I swear I have no idea how these cards are getting. I did not do this on purpose, okay? Just putting that out there. Okay, we have Earth sign. All right, so intuition, answers are within reach. So gut feeling. So if you're someone who thinks that your boss might have feelings for you, if your intuition is saying yes, then trust your intuition. If your intuition is telling you that your boss is using you for their own personal gain, listen to it, okay? Don't just be like, oh, and sometimes that happens is that, your boss is going to be very nice to you, very chummy with you, and once they get what they want, then they'll discard you, and you'll be like, okay, what just happened? So when your intuition is telling you that your boss is not being genuine to you, you listen to your intuition, pile 3, okay? And then we have finances, focus on career, money, and okay, workaholic. So with the finances here, this is also right next to intuition. This is also like I was saying, start having a backup source of income if that is possible for you, if you have the time to have a side hustle or something, if you can afford it, do that, start doing that, or at least start applying to other jobs, okay? Take care of your finances, and just because your boss is being very nice to you, that doesn't mean that you kind of halt your career. I mean, you need to keep progressing in your career, okay? You need to keep looking for better opportunities to come. So it doesn't matter how nice your boss is. If you guys are meant for progress, you guys are meant for success, pile 3. So definitely put your feelings aside and then just kind of, focus on your career, okay? And then we have Earth sign. So this tells me that either your boss is an Earth sign or you guys might be an Earth sign. But the thing is that Earth signs are all about stability. They're all about, the material gain. So this tells me that your boss kind of really sees you as this kind of pinnacle, like, this financial blessing that's coming in, because when you came in, you started working hard, you came in with your expertise, your knowledge, and you brought this stability to the company, because Earth sign is like, you embody this energy. You're, according to your boss, you embody the energy of the Earth sign. So you brought in the stability, money started coming in, the company started progressing. That's why I'm saying sometimes you guys work so much, because we are workaholic here. You guys work so much, but your boss doesn't pay you nearly enough as to how much they should pay you. So if that is the case, guys, start taking care of yourselves, okay? Yeah. All right, so this is all I have for you, of Pile 3. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, pile 4. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what your boss thinks of you. Okay, we have 9 of Wands. 5 of Wands. Oh boy. 8 of Wands. Interesting. The World. The Devil. Whoa. Intense energy. Okay, all this fire. Okay. So first things first, your boss thinks you are a very passionate and a very intense individual, pile 4. Your boss thinks that you have a lot of energy, and probably your boss even thinks that, you have a temper about you. You have a short temper, a very strong, powerful, scary kind of temper, because fire energy, your boss might even think that you're very hot-headed. You might not be, but they have this opinion. Maybe they might be kind of projecting their own thing, their own traits onto you, because for some of you guys might be very calm, very peaceful, all of that, but then your boss just thinks the opposite of you. Why? It's because they are the ones who are hot-headed. They're the ones who are stubborn. So yeah. Anyway, so that's what your boss thinks, that you are very hot-headed, you have a short temper, but at the same time you're very passionate, and whatever you do it with passion. And at the same time, with the fire energy here, you are a very creative person, very creative, and you really, when you're working, you are really sincere to your work. You're giving it your all. You're not just gonna come to work with the intention that you need to come to work just to earn money, and that you don't care about the work that you're doing, or that you hate your job or something. You might not necessarily like your job, pile 4, but at the same time, you're sincere to it. You come to work with the intention that you're gonna give it your best. That's how you work. That's how you are. And I feel like, so with the 9 of Wands here and the 5 of Wands here, I feel like your boss kind of thinks that you get into a lot of arguments. Maybe because you've gotten in an argument or two, but your boss thinks that, you argue with people, you have a short temper, you don't know how to get along with people, you're always fighting. Your boss also thinks that you have a lot of enemies at your workplace. You might not, but that's what your boss thinks that. And somewhere, I feel like maybe somewhere internally, your boss kind of blames you for it. They think that, oh, it's because of their temper. They, pile 4, so impatient. They cannot handle working with people they don't know, so they get into arguments. And I just feel like your boss also is kind of aware of the fact that, you are dealing with some problems of your own. You might not have necessarily talked to them about it. For some of you, you might have told your boss that, okay, I'm going through this, but for some, you might not have. But I feel like your boss just has this opinion of you that you're going through problems, and that is why, you're like this. You have this energy about you. That's why maybe you get into arguments. And with the 5 of Wands here, 9 of Wands here, this also tells me that according to your boss, you have a lot of competition. You bring out a lot of insecurity in your coworkers, pile 4. And because of that, there's a lot of competition surrounding you. People view you as a competition. It's not just your boss. Your boss can see that there's a lot of competition in terms of you. People, if it's possible, your coworkers would literally band against you. They would literally turn against you just to kick you out. They would do that. And I feel like for some of you guys, pile 4, people have even tried. They really have tried to kind of get you out, kick you out, get you fired. They might have kind of gone to your boss with some, fake news, some rumor, something, just so your boss would fire you. Because, hello, fire energy, fired. Oh my gosh, okay. So your boss definitely can see that there's a lot of competition regarding you. You have a lot of enemies at the workplace. So yeah, I mean, I just feel like maybe for some of you guys, your boss might feel protective of you in that regard, but I feel like most of you guys, that's not the case. Your boss is like, oh, that's their business. Your boss is not going to interfere. I don't know what the other cards are going to tell me at this point, but right now I just feel like your boss is like, it's their business. I'm not going to bother. But with the Eight of Wands here, I mean, there's a reason your boss hasn't fired you, pile four. You know, despite people spreading rumors about you, despite people kind of actively taking actions to get rid of you, there's a reason why they haven't succeeded, and it is because your boss sees your potential. You are like this world. You see this galaxy, you see this kind of like the universe thing. That's what your boss thinks of you. They think that you have a lot of potential, limitless potential, and limitless creativity. And because of like your boss sees your strengths, they see the good in you, they see your talents, they know exactly what you're capable of, and you guys are definitely capable of so much. Your boss definitely sees that. That is why your boss hasn't believed those people who have come up with complaints, and your boss hasn't fired you because they know that you are like this. You are like a galaxy. There's so much to you. There's so much potential in you that letting go of you is going to be a huge mistake. Huge mistake. And if your boss actually lets go of you, they fire you, then yeah, they're actually committing a huge mistake. I want you to know that, pile four. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're not talented. Your boss might say that, oh, you're not talented, we have better people. But no, no, they don't. No, they don't. They don't have better people. You are the best one. So, that's why your boss is like, no. A pile four has so much potential, and they want to utilize that potential. They know that the kind of potential you have is the key to success. We have Eight of Wands. They know that you are, not only are you going to be successful personally, but your boss definitely thinks that you will help the company succeed. Whatever, it could even be like a small diner or something where you work at, a coffee place or something, but even then your boss is like, no, this person will be the reason. Like you're just waiting tables or something, but still they're like, they see that potential in you. They know that you have the capacity, the ability to do something great in your life at a personal level, but at the same time you have the ability to do something great at a professional level. That's why your boss keeps you around. They're just like, you'll help them succeed, like through them. I feel like they think that through you, pile four, that they'll succeed because you have that talent. You're very quick. You are very quick at making decisions. So whenever you're given a task, you do it really quickly and you do it exceptionally well. You don't make mistakes. Sometimes when you're doing things quickly, people become sloppy. They make mistakes. You don't do that. You're very meticulous about what you're doing. You do it faster than everybody else. You do it you do it quickly, and you do it well. And you guys should definitely be proud of yourself. And I feel like with all this drama that is happening at your workplace, I feel like with the devil here, I feel like you guys might be feeling this. You guys might be feeling a lot of stress regarding all of this. That people are going against you. People are just always misunderstanding you, misjudging you. But I would just say that don't let their words get to you, because this is a devil energy coming through. And I feel like pile four with the devil here, your boss, they actively try to manipulate you sometimes. They actually try to do it. Or they try to manipulate the situation in some way to get you to do more work. Because the devil energy is about ensnaring the mind or something and keeping it prisoner. So probably your boss oftentimes even makes you work long hours, even though they shouldn't. But, they kind of try to do that. They can be very toxic for you as well. With the devil here, I feel like your boss can be very toxic for you guys. So that's what I'm saying. If you guys are stressed about all of this, maybe try looking for another place where, you have a better environment, a better work environment, so that your mental health can be preserved, because that's what we want. We want you to be healthy. We don't want you to suffer. But I feel like your boss actually tries to kind of do that. Oh, and then we have death. Okay. We have Two of Pentacles. We have King of Swords. King of Wands in reverse. and Page of Swords. Okay, guys, pile 4. So I'm really sensing like with this Two of Pentacles here, I feel like your boss might actually be thinking about giving you more work because they think that, oh, pile 4 can do it. They have the potential for it. They're smart enough with the King of Swords here. You know, they can easily do it. They'll do some research. And I feel like maybe the task that your boss is going to give you is going to be research related. Maybe even if you're working at a small diner, your boss might be like, okay, I want you to think of a new menu or something. I want you to think of ways to invite more customers in, something of that sort, you know, but something to do with research because we have the king, the sword energy coming through, which is like, you know, the mind, research, knowledge, all of those things. So your boss might be giving you that work, but, and with the Two of Pentacles here, I was telling you guys that, you know, if things are not happening, you know, like it's causing you a lot of stress and you know that your mental health is at stake or it's getting affected, maybe it's better to get another job, have a side hustle, because I know you are, if you guys are suffering through this, you're doing it because of course you need money, and I totally get that. But like I'm saying, your health is super important. So it is better if you start getting another backup source of income, start looking for it, maybe get another job if it is possible for you, if you guys can afford it. I'm not saying, oh, do it no matter what, but if it is possible for you, because we need to kind of, you know, balance out, we need to make sure your mental health is at, it's okay. So I feel like maybe you guys work so much and then you don't get paid enough for it. If that is the case with you, definitely get another job so that at least from a financial perspective, you guys are secure. You know, when that is there, then you guys can be like, then you guys can easily ignore this stuff because you're like, oh, I don't even care if I get fired, you know, because I know I can handle myself. So just choose yourself, protect yourselves, okay? I'm just sensing that your boss can be very toxic, and then we have the Death card coming up. So this kind of tells me that, you know, your work, sometimes your workplace can be like, your boss can be like really tough on you. They can really do a number on you. In a sense, like mentally, you know, they can really affect your mental health. But also, considering we're talking about what your boss thinks of you, I'm sensing that your boss thinks that you are very, like, when you come, that's it, you know, you shake things up, pile 4. This death, I don't know, I feel like the death card often comes up for pile 4. I don't know what it is about you guys, pile 4, but this card I feel like often comes up for you. So this really tells me that you have this very transformative kind of energy, you know, wherever you go, you just bring transformation to that place. That's why I'm saying, that's why your boss thinks that you have limitless potential, because you can be so unpredictable. Your boss never knows what to expect from you. They never know, okay, what you're gonna, one day you are in this certain mood, this certain personality, and the next it's something else altogether. And your boss is like, okay, what is up with this person? What is up with pile 4? I'm not able to understand them, you know, because we have 9 of Wands, 5 of Wands. What if these are odd numbers? There's no stability there. 8 of Wands is there, but that's more like about success. But with these two cards here, the reason people get irritated by you, people get frustrated by you, people kind of go against you, it's because they feel threatened, because they're not able to pin you down. They're not like, okay, this is what pile 4 is going to do. This is what they're not going to do. And the same thing is with your boss. Your boss is not able to understand, okay, this is what pile 4 is capable of, and this is something that they'll never do. So when you are in an unfamiliar situation, human nature, that's what happens, right? Even an animal, when they encounter something that they're not familiar with, the first thing will be to kind of go on the defensive, right? They'll feel threatened. They'll immediately get into that fight or flight response. That is the same thing that happens here with the humans, you know, that when they're not familiar with something, they feel scared, they feel threatened. And when they're feeling threatened, they're going to go on the aggressive. They will go on the offensive. So they'll start being very aggressive towards you. So yeah, death energy. It's not your fault. Pile 4, you are your own special, true, special universe kind of a person. So don't take this personally, okay? But it's just that your boss cannot figure you out. They just cannot. They don't understand what to do about you, okay? So they just, yeah, they can be nasty. King of Swords, you guys are highly, highly intelligent, you know? And your mind works really fast. With the King of Wands in reverse, I just feel like your mind works really fast, according to your boss. You come up with decisions on a whim, like just sitting there, you'll come up with a solution to the problem. Or even if like there's a group of people, I mean your co-workers and your boss is like, okay, who you guys need to come up with solutions. I feel like you guys are the ones who come up with the most solutions. People will come up with 2, 3. You'll be the one who'll be coming up with 10. You know, you'll have the most answers or something. And then we have a Page of Swords. So this also tells me that a lot of people, it's not just your boss. Maybe your boss has hired someone or has kind of told someone to keep an eye on you at your workplace, pile 4, because like I'm saying, they don't know. They cannot pin you down, so they've kind of told someone to keep an eye on you, to spy on you. There is somebody who watches you, observes you, and then takes the information to the boss, because Page of Swords is a card that kind of signifies spying. So this tells me that there is somebody who's keeping an eye on you because your boss told them to. You know, there's this younger person, maybe a junior employee or something, who's keeping an eye on you and tells everything to your boss. So whatever it is, sometimes you feel kind of restricted. The devil energy, you feel kind of restricted because you're like, how is my boss getting to know all of these things? Who is telling them that? Who is telling them that I'm doing this, this, and this when nobody's watching or something? But there is somebody who's keeping an eye on you. And that's because your boss told them to keep an eye on you. A pile 4, it's not just because they're doing it. And it is because your boss wants to know what you're up to. Your boss, I feel like, doesn't trust you. Pile 4, and they're just kind of scared that you'll do something. It's not your fault. It's really not your fault. You're just too different. Okay, then we have winter, we have December. Okay, we have this timing energy coming through. We have commitment. Okay. And we have self-love. All right. So with the winter energy coming through, I feel like it's like more pertaining to the death energy, like the death card, where you're bringing in transformation. And winters can be cold. Winters are not can be, they are cold. But they can be painful sometimes depending on where you are and the kind of temperatures you get there. It could be harsh. Winters can be harsh. So I feel like your boss is often really harsh with you guys, pile 4. And your boss also thinks that despite you having a fiery nature, you can be really harsh. You can be very aggressive. And I feel like you guys experience people being harsh to you guys. On the other hand, something might be coming in terms of your boss. They might be giving you a promotion or something. They might be, because we have commitment right next to it. So probably during this time, December, January, February, during this time, you might be getting some sort of a position which will require you to be more committed to your workplace. Give more of yourselves to the workplace, because we have commitment here. It's proposal, marriage, higher level of commitment. So obviously I'm not getting any messages in terms of proposal or marriage, but I am definitely getting the sense that probably you will get a promotion which will require you to have more responsibilities, and obviously that will make you work harder. You'll be in this King of Swords position, I would say, where you will have people working under you, where you will have people who have to answer to you. Some people might not like that, but that is not your problem. You are supposed to focus on your self-love. You are enough, know your worth, body positivity. So definitely, guys, pile 4, take care, trust yourself. Just because people go against you, and it is because they feel threatened by you. They know that you are highly, highly talented. You're capable of doing literally everything, and they know that, you can easily replace them. That's where that fear is coming from. This can also be about your boss. Your boss really thinks that, they might have this fear that one day you can just end up replacing them, and they don't want that. They don't want to lose their job. They want to keep earning money, and that's why sometimes your boss kind of can be really cruel to you, and they kind of try and assert their power and their dominance over you. Sometimes your boss does that. They kind of remind you that they are the boss and not you, even though you haven't done anything to say that, oh, I'm the boss. You are just minding your own business. You're doing your own thing. But like I'm saying, if you suppose you are like, okay, I'm going to do this for the company, is you try and make this decision by yourself. Suppose maybe one day you just forgot to consult with your boss about this, and you are like, okay, I'll just do it. And this person who's keeping an eye on you, this person goes and tells your boss that this is what they've done. This is what Pile 4 has done. And your boss is just going to come and start insulting you, humiliating you in front of everyone, and then constantly tell you and remind you that they are the boss and they get to make the decisions and not you. Dude. You guys shouldn't take any of that personally. You guys shouldn't even bother about those things, because you are supposed to give yourself that love. You're supposed to know that you are enough, that you are supposed to know your worth. Okay, know that you are special. You're like this universe, galaxy, Pile 4. Okay, so this is all I have for you, Pile 4. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.